What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind. It's where we go back a week and give you all of your tech news from the past week in one single video. In this video, we talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and S Pen being not confirmed, but like confirmed from some legitimate people that have really good track records. We have information on the Pixel Fold and if it's real or not. And by Pixel Fold, I mean literally a folding smartphone from the Google Pixel, and a lot of other cool stuff from the Galaxy S21 and so much more. So watch this week. Let me know what your favorite news story is of the week, and we'll see you in the next one.
Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is if you want a Samsung Galaxy Watch 3, now is a great time to pick one up. This deal is linked down below. You can get a Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 for $150 off right now. I'm not sure how long this deal is going to go on, but $150 off a fantastic smartwatch. I don't know, how much better is it going to get from there, especially with these prices dropping like this? Link down below, check it out if you're interested in their watches. Next up, if you're a T-Mobile customer, they just came out with a brand new plan, and for the first time, at least in a long time, their unlimited data will not slow down depending upon how much data you use. You'll be fine. Check this out. So the new plan is called Magenta Max. It's going to be $10 per line more versus their Magenta New, or whatever their new Magenta plan was called. Some of the key features, the takeaways are, so unlimited data truly means unlimited data. There's no slowdown at all. You can see if you hit over 100 gigabytes with the regular Magenta plan, it potentially will slow down. This one, unlimited, means unlimited. High-speed mobile spot went from 5 gigs to 40 gigs. Streaming is now, for video, is maxed out at 4K video versus only SD. Entertainment-wise, you can get Netflix Basic on a single plan. You don't need a family plan. But if you do have a family plan on Magenta Max, you will get Netflix Standard. You also get their Scam Shield Premium. And then other than that, you get GoGo in flight, unlimited Wi-Fi on flights, unlimited texting and data at 2 times data speeds, 256 kilobytes per second internationally. And then everything else is pretty much the same. But yeah, this is available starting on Wednesday. You can see the headline here. LG may ditch their plan for rollable smartphone upon biz restructuring. So there's been talks about LG restructuring their mobile phone unit, and it looks like they will no longer potentially be putting out their rollable phone. Big disappointment, especially if you're into these rollable and foldable phones. This is, again, a pretty big hit. Next up, if you have a Galaxy phone, you know that from the past anyway, sometimes you'd only get 2 years of updates, and it was put up to 3 years. Well, we've got some good news. There's a bunch of phones that are now going to get 4 years of security updates. Check out this list. It's a pretty large list at that, as you can see. So through this list, you're going to get their foldable phones, their S series phones all the way back to the S10 phones, their Galaxy Note series all the way back to the Note 10s, their A series back to the A10s, the M series, X Cover series, and the Galaxy Tab tablets all the way back to their Tab Active Pro, and even their, looks like the S6 as well would be on. S5e actually would probably be the oldest, middle to upper tier tablet. So this is great news to be able to get security updates. You might not get the latest OS updates, but security updates is a pretty big thing, especially with some of these older devices. So getting 4 years worth of it definitely maximizes your money in these products. And our last story of the day, I wish I had the phone in my hand, but it's broken. If you haven't seen my video, you should watch it. I broke my Galaxy Z Fold 2, and I have a big story about it, so check my channel. You should be able to see the video. But regardless, Galaxy Z Fold 3, we have some great news, and it looks like it's fully locked in at this point, and I think a lot of you guys are going to jump over to that. I know some of you won't. I'm not saying all of you, relax. But I know a lot of you were waiting for this feature, and it looks like it's fully locked in. This information is coming from ET News over in South Korea. And you can see from their headline, confirmed the first installation of pen input function on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And what they mean by that is that they are basically saying in the article that Samsung has managed to complete development of the S Pen feature well ahead of mass production of the phone, which you're saying mass production looks like it'll start in July, and that the S Pen support for the Z Fold 3 was a core development task, and that it was made difficult to do for the Z Fold 3 due to the nature of the device. A new layer of the display had to be added to accept pen support on that OLED foldable display with the ultra thin glass. Durability has always been a concern of the Fold and the Z Fold 2. Just like if you see my video, I barely dropped it, but it's pretty much broken at this point. And you can easily scratch with a fingernail, but Samsung has figured out a way around and brought S Pen support to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So remember, you should be expecting the Z Fold 3 with the S Pen support sometime around July or August of this year. There's rumors it would come out maybe in end of June, somewhere in there. So you're probably really looking at June, July, or August. I have a feeling it's gonna be July, because again, I've talked about it before. It kind of looks like they're pushing everything up about a month to get into that 6-month time frame of flagship in the very beginning of there, and then 6 months later we'll put on another type of flagship. First story of the day is about the Pixel 5a. Let's talk about this phone. We're getting a first look at it. Now, this phone won't be out for a handful of months, but still, Pixel 5a is going to carry over the same look and design as the Pixel 4a 5G. It'll have a unibody, likely plastic, made rear panel. In terms of the display, it's going to be a flat 6.2 inch OLED Full HD Plus display with thin bezels and a forehead, but quite a large chin. The cameras will be a dual lens camera setup on the back, unknown sensors in terms of what they'll use for the cameras. Single punch hole selfie camera located on the left corner, and then miscellaneous things. It'll have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is very rare, especially in phones in 2020, and now in 2021 it's probably even more rare. Rear fingerprint sensor, which I absolutely love, one of the best places to put the fingerprint sensor, and stereo speakers, and obviously since it's a Pixel 5a, it should have a relatively budget price. As you know, I absolutely love my Galaxy Z Fold 2, even though it's broken. But other than that, I just love foldable phones. I love how large displays are, and Huawei is about to release their Mate X2. But I wanted to show you something crazy, and now it's going to be a little bit hard to see on this phone, but on this phone, there's a crease. There's one single crease in the middle, and you can see it in a dark environment or on a dark screen, or if you have a nice bright screen, you barely see it at all. To me, it doesn't really bug me at all, but I wanted to show you something pretty crazy on the Mate X2. Now, this phone is going to be $2,800, but it does have a larger display than Samsung's. The display on this, when you open it up, is as large as 8 inches, which Samsung's is about 7.6 inches. So Huawei's Mate X2 is going to be, again, about 8 inches. And the resolution on it is 2480 by 2200. It's 90 hertz versus 120 on Samsung's. The outside display is 6.45 inches at 2700 by 1160 with, again, a 90 hertz refresh rate. Now, check this out. This tweet comes from Fold Universe, and he says, more close-ups of the Mate X2 crease. And you can see it's literally a double, almost looks like triple, but it's a double crease on here that you're gonna have when you have the phone completely wide opened. Is it a game changer in terms of like you wouldn't want it? No. But is it something that's a little bit of a turnoff? Yeah. But is it gonna ruin the experience? I doubt it, but it's still, I thought that was super interesting to see a double crease on the Mate X2. Speaking of foldable phones for Samsung, this might be their next GPU, aka graphics processing unit, inside of their next phones come this June. Check out this tweet from Ice Universe. It says Samsung is tentatively scheduled to release Samsung X AMD GPU in June to showcase new technologies and specifications, but only to release GPU, the processor needs to wait. Will we definitely see this in their upcoming phones this year? Maybe. It might just be a show off of the technology, or maybe it'll be in the next Galaxy Z Fold 3, or maybe one of their other flagship phones that ends up coming out in the very near future. But the big thing I think you're going to take away from this is that GPU performance, even though it's already pretty good with the Snapdragons and with the the Exynos processor right now, if you have a dedicated one specifically that's made by AMD, which makes great graphics processors and processors overall for computers, and they make a lot of the consoles, I think they actually make all of them. Or maybe they don't make Nintendos. They don't make Nintendos. They make the PlayStation 5 and they make the Xbox Series X graphics processors in there. So at that point, are we going to see massive gains in gaming? I sure hope so. I would love to see, crazy quality console gaming on phones at this point that are easy to hook up, not annoying, and maybe even have a little dock that you can put it into, kind of like a Nintendo Switch. But this is pretty big news. And we've been talking about this for a while, and we'll see what comes out of it come this June. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is a really cool looking device. Prototype anyway. It might not ever come out, but it is a foldable phone tablet looking device with a sliding keyboard, and it's coming from TCL, it looks like. And this was leaked out by Fold Universe, who put this on his Twitter. I think someone else put it on their YouTube, but I found it through Fold Universe. And this device is crazy looking in terms of the foldable keyboard, the whole overall look to it. It's interesting. I love how it just kind of stands up without seemingly any case on it. Maybe there's a case on it, but I don't know. I just love how it's all put together. You don't seemingly have to add anything to it. You get your keyboard, you have your stand, and you have this huge 10-inch display. Now, again, it's only a prototype. It might not ever come out, but hopefully it does. This is a really cool looking device. Next up is about Good Lock and the Task Changer. So the Task Changer is this: when either if you're using gestures and you press, when you hold up, when you swipe up and hold and you see your recent apps, or you hit the three lines and you see your recent apps. And you can, with the Task Changer on Good Lock, you can change the look of yours. Like right now I have mine set to grid. And you might be like, hey, I have the new Good Lock and I don't see Task Changer. Well, one of my viewers, by the name of Toto, thank you so much, Toto. I didn't even know this. Go into the Good Lock app, and they put a new update out for one of the modules in here called Home Up. If you go into Home Up, you can either download it or update it. What you're gonna do is open this up, and you'll now see the Task Changer directly in here, which I don't know why they did, but whatever, it's still there. So you'll see at the bottom here, you'll see Task Changer. You can tap it and you can choose between list, grid, or stack. So all of that stuff is built into Home Up now within Good Lock. So if you want to change your Task Changer, that's where you do it. Last story of the day is a incredible deal slash feature, I guess you'd call it, for the Galaxy Z Fold 2 and the Galaxy Z Flip 5G. If you've been wanting to try those phones, but maybe you didn't want to, I don't know, maybe you needed more than 2 weeks, or you just wanted to try these phones out, and maybe you won't want it in 2 months, or you just want to give it a long little shot of a try. Samsung has a deal going on right now where you can try out a Galaxy Z Fold 2 or Z Flip 5G for up to 100 days. You can also trade in your device up to $550. And what makes this great is, again, you have up to 100 days to take advantage of this offer, because of the fact that, if you've never used the Z Fold 2 and you're like, I kind of want to try it, but I'm not fully sure I'd like a lot of time with it, this is a perfect deal. Now, of course, you're going to get charged for it if you keep it, even if it's for a month. You're going to get charged whatever it is, $2,000, or if you finance it, you get paid, $100 or whatever they charge you for the financing fee. But if you return it before 100 days, all of your money will be returned, as long as you return it in, the phone looks pristine, looks good, there's no scratches, no breaks, nothing like that. You'll be fine. So I can't stress enough, and you've probably heard me a million times, I love foldable phones. I love the Z Fold 2. It's my favorite phone since the iPhone 3G. Give it a try. If you're kind of on the fence, give this offer a try. It's a really great offer to get into the point where you get to really get your hands dirty with this for a really long time and make the full decision. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to wait till the Z Fold 3 comes out and then return this one? Or I don't like it at all, I'm just going to return it. So I love that you have multiple options, multiple ways that you can think about trying this. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is, if you have the original Galaxy Fold phone, the One UI 3.1 update is rolling around rolling out around the world. So if you have that phone in America, I know it's not out just yet, but starting to roll out internationally, and then it will eventually hit where you live. So keep an eye out for it, but the good news is it is starting to roll out. Next up is if you have a Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, there's a nice update rolling out internationally right now. You might not have it just yet, but it's gonna be a very, very good update. This tweet comes from Jonas. Jonas says Tab S7 Plus 5G in Germany. He got an update, and in the update, it brings S Pen to text. So you can use your S Pen to have the ability to translate text and things like that. You get Dolby function, Dolby mode in DeX mode. You also get improved stability with DeX. You get fingerprint stability improvements, and Samsung Daily is now called Samsung Free with this update, plus you're updated to the March security update. Overall, it's a 796 meg update. The update is rolling out now. Be patient. And our last story of the day, kind of a slow news day, if you ask me. I had to kind of go digging, but this story kind of popped up at the end, and I thought it was pretty neat, and I think it's exciting because I'm a huge foldable phone fan, and it has to do with who else? Pixel, that's right. We've talked about this before, and it looks like it adds further confirmation to this rumor becoming a reality. So it's coming from John Prosser, who says the Google Pixel Fold is a real thing. And just to go over, us talking about this in the past, 2 months ago, Ross Young, who's part of the DSCC team, and he tweeted again a while back saying, tweeted this over 2 months ago, specs, timing, etc. in our Q4 20 foldable report, where he said second half of 2021 is going to be really exciting for foldable phones. 3 models from Samsung, 4 models from Oppo, Vivo and Xiaomi, or Xiaomi, as you guys say, and 1 model from Google. By the way, no Z Fold Lite, no Z Flip Lite. Specs for all are in our latest foldable report. And I love this. And one thing I got out of him about the Pixel Fold, because we did an interview about this, is he said that the Pixel Fold would potentially be as large as the Galaxy Z Fold 2, like the same screen sizes. So I'm excited about that, more so than it just folding in half. It sounds like it's going to be more of, this type of phone where except not broken. It would be, this nice large display. I love it. I'm excited about it. More competition for this means lower prices, means better overall products. So yes. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. Not the Galaxy Buds Pro, but the ones that came out last year, the Galaxy Buds Live. There is a new update that has just been pushed out to these, so you should be able to download it right now, that puts them in line with the Galaxy Buds Pro. It takes some of those features. Let's check this update out. It's a 2.2 meg update, and with this update, it adds new feature of auto switching and hearing aid, so you'll be able to auto switch easier when you're with the headphones to different devices. Also, it has a hearing aid mode. Buds control menu is added to the Bluetooth setting, and you get improved system stability and reliability. Again, this update is available right now. Just go into the Galaxy Buds app and download it. Last story of the day is all about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, this phone has just started getting rolled out, the One UI 3.1 update. And you might be wondering, what exactly does it bring to you? Because it actually brings some of its own features that won't be available on some of the other phones just because of the size of this phone. So I can't wait to get this update. It looks really, really cool. So check out some of these cool new features. And this is pulled directly from Samsung's mobile press site. I'll link it down below. Multitask to the top 3 previously opened multi-active windows on the main screen via the Recents tab. Users can also bring 2 multi-active windows directly from the main screen to the cover screen via the Recents tab. So multitasking is a little bit easier at this point. Also, if you need to reply to an urgent message while checking a document, the latest update allows users to launch multi-active window directly from notifications in the quick panel. Just long press, drag, and drop the relevant notification to open the app with multi-active window. So when you see that notification, long press it and then drag it down, and you can make it open into a second window on your screen, or third window, or fourth window at that. You can also simplify everyday interactions. The latest update makes routine interactions with the Galaxy Z Fold faster and easier. Users no longer have to reach for the power button to turn off the screen. By enabling the Palm Touch to Turn Off screen feature in settings, both the cover and main screen can be put on standby with the touch of the palm or a double tap. So you can turn off your screen now with your palm or double tapping it. One UI 3 brings added flexibility to the camera app when shooting in flex mode. The position of the controls can be adjusted for greater comfort. Following suggestions from users, Samsung has also added delete and share buttons to the preview window in flex mode. So if you shoot in flex mode with the camera, they've added some better placement of controls and added controls as well. Notifications in the quick panel are now categorized, and you can switch between different media controls in the quick panel by swiping. The weather widgets on the cover and main screen are also synced, so users can get the same information no matter how they use the phone. Also, look at this cool little feature. The visual experience of Galaxy Z Fold's immersive main screen is even more comfortable. When making video calls in flex mode, users can fill the top half of the display with the video of the person they are speaking to. Also, the updated light and dark themes bring extra depth to the overall visual experience on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, while the redesigned vertical volume slider further minimizes clutter on the screen. And you can see the difference just between One UI and One UI 3. Let's get into the tech news. First of all, just FYI, it's a very slow day for tech, but I still found a couple stories that you might be interested in. So let's get into it. First story of the day is if you're looking to get a Galaxy S21. I'm talking about not the 21 Plus or the 21 Ultra, they're just the regular, plain old Galaxy S21. There's a nice little deal going on at Best Buy and Amazon. Both are linked down below, and you can get it for $650. And it's unlocked, so you don't have to worry about having to set it up with a carrier or anything like that. You do if you get it through Best Buy, but at Amazon, just buy it, use it on whatever carrier you want, you're good to go. $650 for it. I mean, most people like the phone that have it. I'm more of an Ultra dude. I have the Ultra. I've been using the Ultra since my Z Fold 2 is broke, and it's a great phone. It's a fantastic phone at that. I mean, it's really not much you would not like about this. Great phone, but again, this is the bare bones S21. If you're looking for a solid, good Android phone, look that way, because you can get a good deal at $650. I mean, it's hard pressed to beat at that price. Last story of the day is, I've kind of spoken about this, but I've gotten a couple of tweets about this, and people have been asking me about it through email and stuff like that. It's about the Google feed. Now, some of you guys have gotten the One UI 3.1 update on your phones, and some of you were like, hey, where's the Google feed? When I swipe over, I don't see the Google feed. Well, there's a reason for that. First of all, if you did have it, when you hold, to get it, I should say, press and hold on a blank spot in your home screen, and then swipe over, and then you will see Google Discover or Samsung Free. Now, I see both because I have the S21, but if you have another phone like a Z Fold or an S20 or a Note 20 or a Note 10 or some other phone that's not an S21, you will not see the Google Discover feed. And the reason being is, I don't know, except for the fact that it seems to be an S21 exclusive. And I've spoken about this before, but I know everybody doesn't watch my videos, but you're only gonna see that Google Discover feed if you have a Galaxy S21 phone, 21 Plus, 21 Ultra, one of those phones. The other piece of it is the newer phones that come after the S21 should also have it. I don't know why Samsung's not giving it to the other phones. I can't think of a solid reason why they wouldn't allow you to have it. But nonetheless, you can always get it with a third-party launcher like Nova or one of those. But if you're sticking with the Samsung launcher, then again, you're only going to get the Google Discover feed if you have an S21 series of phone currently. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the next iPhone, the iPhone 13. This is not the iPhone 13, it's the 12 Pro Max. But think of this. Have you been wanting a phone with like a crazy amount of storage? Up to 1 terabyte, because the last phone that I remember doing that was the Galaxy S10 Plus, and you get it 1 terabyte, it was unlocked, it was like $1,500, but that was at this point 2 generations ago of Samsung phones, and now the cutoff has been 512 gigabytes, and now you can't even throw extra storage in Samsung phones. But the latest rumor coming out for Apple is that the iPhone 13, probably the Pro Max version of the phone, will come with up to 1 terabyte of storage. So if you need a phone with a crazy, unlimited, basically, amount of storage, you're gonna wanna get the next iPhone. Maybe Samsung will do the same thing just to compete with Apple. But right now, it looks like Apple's gonna be one of the only phones that comes out that's gonna have 1 terabyte of internal storage. A crazy amount. I definitely don't need that. I'm pretty good in that 256 to 512 range. Even 128, I'd probably be fine if I kept deleting my photos and videos, but definitely 256 to 512 is the sweet spot for me, and I think for most people as well. But yeah, what do you guys think? 1 terabyte and the next iPhone. And the last story of the day has to do with the Galaxy S21. And how long do you think you can keep this underwater before it even dies, or maybe never dies? I've spoken about this guy before because he's been running this live stream for now 30 freaking days for his Galaxy S21. He's had it underwater in a fish tank, and he's had a timer on. He's charging it. I asked him, and I confirmed this. He's been charging it. There's a charger on the backside of the tank, and the phone is pressed up against it, so it's wirelessly charging against that. So he's had this in the fish tank for 30 days, and it's still alive, and seemingly no real damage to the phone. I mean, when he eventually takes it out for good, we'll end up seeing, but as you can see, this thing's running like a beast. If you want to watch this live stream, it's got some cool music. It's got good ambiance. There's a little chat room going on that you might want to hang out and talk to people in there. He'll answer your questions. But overall, it's amazing that these phones can be in water for this long, basically forever. I mean, we'll see what his next milestone is. I don't know if he's stopping after 30 days, but it's pretty remarkable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every single day. My question now to you guys is, what is the perfect storage amount for you in a phone? I'm not talking about adding a micro SD card. I'm just talking internal storage. I told you mine's kind of that 256 to 512. 512 is definitely overkill, but it's very comfortable. 256 is comfortable enough for me until I get the next phone, and then I'm kind of like good again. But yeah, 256 to 512 for me. Let me know about you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys down the road.